This is a fresh donkey road apple, or unit of feces, or turd, if you will. You may find it icky to see a man hold that in his hand, but I wanted to show it to you for specific reasons. I'm going to tear this up. This is very fresh. He just made this within the last couple of hours. And I can't smell it. It has essentially no odor at all. Oh, it has some odor, but it's barely detectable. If you happen to be a horse person, you may think that horse manure basically smells good. Many horse people think so. I think so. But donkey manure is almost odorless. If I had an odor vision, I'd take a video of the odor so you could smell it, but I think you have to have an iPhone to get the odor vision, and this is just a lowly Android. So all I have, but I want you to see, this is after they chew up their food and digest it. What passes through their bowels is just chewed up grass, dried matter, roughage, just the roughest portions of the grass. And it doesn't make a sticky mess on you. It's not like stepping in a pile of dog shit, but it's not even like stepping in horse shit. It almost won't stick to your shoes. And this is because the donkey is a desert animal. He originally evolved in the desert. One of the things that makes their manure so innocuous, so harmless, is that it has very, very little water in it. And mostly water is what makes manure sticky and what helps it to have so much odor. See, there's a little bit bigger. It's just grass. And donkeys, having evolved in the desert, they can't afford, ecologically, they can't afford biologically to waste water in their feces. They don't urinate a lot either. When donkeys drink water, they mostly use that water. And the reason that this is important is because if this were horse manure, it wouldn't be half bad. It wouldn't be this pleasant, but it wouldn't be half bad. If this were automobile exhaust, it would be invisible, but it would be a mix of poison gases. People commit suicide by locking themselves in a garage with an idling car. It would contain CO2, which would expel into the atmosphere. There's carbon in here, but it's fixed in solids. Now, if I leave it out long enough, it will eventually return into the atmosphere as it decomposes. Now, that's a waste. I take this manure and I put it in a shallow trench full of worms, and the worms eat it, and they take the carbon and they go down into the soil and they fix it more permanently. But this manure is made out of atmospheric carbon. There's nothing in here really but atmospheric carbon and some hydrogen and some nitrogen and a few other solids. The carbon is captured out of the atmosphere by grass, which I then cut and dry, and it becomes this manure. And if you look, see, it's got a lot of shit on my hands, but all I have to do is brush them off, and it's gone. It's not that bad. If you look, this is manure that I haven't gotten around to hauling yet. It's laid here, and it has it's been rained on, and the sun has shone on it, and Abe has walked on it, my donkey, and it is. Now there's worms in this pile too. If I dig deeply into this pile, I get a whole bunch of worms. So not all of this is being wasted, but as much as possible, I gather this up. I propose to you that this is in every possible way a better mode of transportation to be used on planet Earth by humanity than anything that exhausts poison and pollutes the atmosphere with microscopic particulates, poison gases, and unneeded CO2. That's all. I just wanted to show you, the reality of it. People say, ew, I don't want animals. They shit and it's all nasty. Well, yeah, I guess it's nasty. It's, here's one that's been here a day or two. It weighs almost nothing. It's just a dried up little, it's not nasty. If this was on the street in front of your house, if a donkey had passed by in front of your house and deposited this on the street 4 hours ago, by now it would be dust. And nobody and nothing could have possibly died from it. Isn't that enough?